Welcome to the Changemakers at Work open house. We are so glad you're here and that you've decided to join us this month for some of our free events and previews of what's coming in the months ahead in the Changemakers at Work online membership and professional development community. Seriously, we are excited because this is something I can say I've been dreaming about since 2006. Something happened in 2006. My daughter, who works with me now, but at the time was 12 years old, she and I took my whole family to see An Inconvenient Truth. And as we were leaving the theater, I can admit that I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed by the information I had gotten, via this Al Gore film. And I asked Kelsey, what did she think? And she said to me, Mom, I don't know if I want to have kids. Well, that just shocked me because I thought to myself, oh my gosh, what have I done? What have I done to this young girl, that she would think this already? But immediately I said, Kels, luckily you don't have to make that decision right now. And a lot of really smart people are working on this climate change issue, this global systemic issue, right? That we still have very much in our faces today, by the way. And I said to her, you know what? A lot of really smart people are working on this, including me. And so I made a promise to her in 2006, and I had to make that promise real. I was already a fan of bigger game in 2006. And I was all about bringing humanity into the workplace through coaching. I'd been introduced to coaching in the early 2000s, and I was a certified professional coach at that point in time, but I was still working, and I continued to work in the line of business at IBM and then eventually in Schneider Electric, actually as a VP of green buildings at Schneider Electric and in the smart cities space as well. So I was working on really bigger games, in the corporate space towards the end of that corporate career. But in 2006, I made that promise to Kelsey, and something happened this year that made me want to renew that promise in a new way. Kelsey became the mom to Brinley. Brinley was born on February 10th of 2022. And as soon as I realized that Kelsey was pregnant, I began to feel this sense of urgency come in me again, that somehow I needed to do more. I needed to do more to help change makers in the corporate space, in the business space, who are trying to transform business into a sustainable, renewable, regenerative way of working and create sustainable, regenerative products in a socially responsible, environmentally responsible way. And I thought to myself, I've got to do something for these folks because this is hard work. This is really hard work. So I just want to share with you that I admire you for being here. Whether you already consider yourself a change maker and you're doing good work in the world and in your work, or whether you want to do more and you saw these emails or you had conversations with me, or however you found yourself here, you can define yourself as part of this open house. I want you to know that you're here because you have something in common with other people that are here. You in your heart know that we can make a big difference in the world. You must be an optimist at some level. And so what this community is all about, and this month is all about, is actually giving you more tools, competency, confidence to become a more effective leader of change in your enterprise, in your workplace, whether you're working at the top, in the middle, or you're doing sort of some skunk works that isn't even official inside of your organization. You are welcome here. We want you here. We love that you're here. And the cool thing is you're going to have other people around you, and we'll be growing this community to probably a maximum of about 140 tops. So we're going to be growing this community, but with people that are like you, people who are doing the hard work in the business space to help transform business into a force for good, despite the things that can hold us back. And full awareness that many of us still find ourselves getting caught up on the hamster wheel, on the shoulds and musts, and the busyness, the constant meetings, the constant firefighting. Don't think that, this group is filled with people who aren't in the real world. I think that all of us struggle with many of the same kinds of cultural norms. And I say cultural norms because there's almost like a cult of busyness, like with these hidden rules of what you're supposed to look like as a professional. So I'm here because actually I don't want you to drop out. I don't want you to burn out. I want you to actually develop the capacity to create the boundaries you need, to make better choices on how you spend your 129,600 minutes a year at work on average. Imagine that, right? We give our lives to our workplaces in so many ways. We dedicate the majority of our best years and the best hours of 5 up to 7 days a week to our work. So we need to make sure we're doing the work that truly matters to us and to our world and to future generations. That's why you're here. That's what you want more of. And so we're going to help you to help each other by creating this community structure and a series, a daily drumbeat, a weekly and monthly drumbeat of professional development, but very practical things that you can take into your workplace tomorrow, the next day, including helping you to define your bigger game right now, or your emerging bigger game, the thing that you know is the stretch goal that you want to be focused on, the big picture thing in the next year that might get eaten away by all the little busy things that are on your plate if you don't have a support group like this. I'm going to leave it here for now. I have other things to say, but I will see you in the community, in the daily and weekly events and or posts. The big days are Mondays and Wednesdays. There are also small 15-minute, bookends to help you plan your week, be very intentional, and on Fridays to help you close your week and take stock so that you can hopefully clear up and have restorative, regenerative weekends and get the other jobs done that you have to do in your personal life as well. So we're here for you, and we're glad you're here for us and each other, and we will see you soon. Thanks for joining.